The flapping of a butterfly's wings in Brazil can set off a tornado in Texas. At first glance, this idea seems almost magical. How could something so small possibly influence something so vast and distant? But this poetic concept, known as the butterfly effect, reveals one of the most fundamental truths about our world. Everything is connected in ways we can scarcely imagine. Tiny, imperceptible forces can accumulate into earth-shaking events. A single decision, a random encounter, or a seemingly insignificant innovation can alter the course of history in ways no one could have predicted. Yet beneath this swirling chaos of unpredictable events, there exists a deeper order. Patterns that recur across centuries, psychological tendencies that never fade, and fundamental truths about human nature that remain unchanged since the dawn of civilization. This is the profound insight at the heart of Same as Ever, that while the surface of our world is in constant flux, the underlying forces that shape our lives, our societies, and our economies remain remarkably consistent. Let's explore this idea in depth by examining 5 timeless principles that continue to govern our world, no matter how much technology advances or how dramatically societies transform. Consider how people behaved during the Dutch tulip mania of the 1630s, when ordinary bulbs were trading for the price of luxurious homes. Fast forward to the dot-com bubble of the late 1990s or the cryptocurrency craze of recent years, and you'll see identical patterns of irrational exuberance. The technology changes, the assets change, but the human psychology behind these bubbles remains exactly the same. The same greed, the same fear of missing out, the same herd mentality. This consistency extends beyond financial markets. Our fundamental emotional needs for belonging, for status, for security haven't changed since ancient times. The Greek philosopher Aristotle wrote about friendship and happiness in ways that still resonate today because human relationships follow the same basic patterns. Social media may have changed how we connect, but why we connect remains unchanged. Second, the cycles of history. If we examine the rise and fall of empires throughout history, from Rome to the British Empire, we see recurring patterns in how power is gained, maintained, and ultimately lost. The same forces that led to the decline of ancient civilizations, inequality, institutional decay, overextension, are visible in societies today. Economic history shows similar cycles. Periods of rapid innovation and growth are inevitably followed by corrections. The Roaring Twenties led to the Great Depression. The post-war boom led to the stagflation of the 1970s. The long bull market of recent decades has given way to new economic challenges. These aren't mere coincidences. They reflect fundamental economic principles about debt cycles, technological adoption curves, and human behavior that transcend any particular era. In our modern world, with all our advanced technology and data analytics, we've developed an inflated sense of our ability to predict and control events. But major turning points, from the outbreak of world wars to financial crises to pandemics, consistently catch even the most knowledgeable experts by surprise. The 2008 financial crisis is a perfect example. Despite all our sophisticated economic models, very few predicted the collapse. Why? Because complex systems have too many interconnected variables to model accurately. The same is true in business. Most successful companies didn't predict the disruptions that transformed their industries. The lesson isn't that we should stop planning, but that we should plan differently, focusing less on specific predictions and more on building adaptable systems and resilient mindsets. Fourth, the paradox of progress. With every technological breakthrough, we assume we've solved humanity's fundamental problems. The internet would democratize information and create a more informed populace. Social media would connect us all. Artificial intelligence will solve our most complex challenges. Yet each innovation brings new problems alongside its benefits. This isn't to say progress isn't real. Life has improved dramatically by many measures, but our fundamental human challenges, finding meaning, managing relationships, navigating uncertainty, remain essentially unchanged. The tools we use evolve, but the underlying human experience stays remarkably consistent. Fifth, the power of timeless principles. Amidst all this change, certain principles continue to prove their worth across generations and cultures. The value of compound growth, whether in finance, knowledge, or relationships. The importance of adaptability in the face of uncertainty. The wisdom of balancing short-term needs with long-term thinking. These aren't just abstract ideas, they're practical tools for navigating life. Consider how Warren Buffett's investment strategy, rooted in timeless principles of value and patience, has outperformed far more sophisticated approaches over decades. Or how the most enduring businesses are those built on fundamental human needs rather than passing fads. So what does this mean for us today? In a world that feels increasingly chaotic and unpredictable, the wisdom of Same as Ever offers an anchor. By focusing on what doesn't change, the fundamental patterns of human nature, the recurring cycles of history, the timeless principles of success, we gain a powerful lens for understanding our present and preparing for our future. The most successful individuals and societies aren't those who chase every new trend, but those who can distinguish between what's truly transformative and what's merely a new expression of an old pattern. They understand that while the surface of life changes with dizzying speed, the deeper currents move much more slowly, and that's where true wisdom lies. As you navigate your own life and career, ask yourself, what are the fundamental unchanging truths in my field? What human needs is this new technology really serving? How have people successfully handled similar challenges in the past? By grounding yourself in these enduring realities, you'll be far better equipped to handle whatever changes the future may bring. Because while the future is unpredictable, the rules of the game remain, now and always, same as ever. This extended script provides a comprehensive exploration of the book's key themes while maintaining a professional yet engaging tone. It balances historical examples with contemporary applications, theoretical insights with practical advice, making it suitable for an in-depth book summary video. The structure moves logically from one concept to the next while reinforcing the central thesis about enduring patterns in human affairs.